Alright YouTube, it's time for Occult Literature video number 95, a treatise on magical incantations. Now this is another Edmund Goldsmid work. I know the last booklet that I edited was also by the same editor. Now this one he's claiming translator. I didn't put that in because the Latin of Christianus Pesig, or whoever he's referring to, appears nowhere else in any canonical literature. My assumption is that Goldsmid either took this from a work of potentially an extremely rare or even one-of-a-kind work, maybe handwritten, that was quite old and translated it from the Latin, or that he made that up. This is a fictional character. We see this sometimes within the occult, and that it's actually of his own authorship. The opinions given on the subject of incantations do appear to indicate that at the very least late Enlightenment up through Goldsmid's own era of actual operation, his actual lifetime. Now, as always, link in the description to my edition of this work on Amazon, a second link to my books blog. If you're interested in the more academic side of stuff, I've got a lot there. This particular work is broken down into 4 different chapters, short chapters. The entire work is about 33 pages in length, so it's not very long. And mostly it's a skeptical text. That is, it's pure academia. It's not really a how-to text. It goes into Homeric myth and legend, much as the prior work by Goldsmid that I edited as well. So it's a fairly well-written piece of literature. If you're looking for more of the hands-on, like actual incantations, how to use them, not the work for you. This is the academic side of it. Mostly the conclusion that's given, either by this Christianus fellow that Goldsmid is attributing it to, or from more likely Goldsmid himself. The general conclusion is that incantations mostly are useless. That is, they date back to older magical systems where they may have been relevant in a paganized sense. Of course, this is a Christianized piece of literature from that era. We're talking, from the period of the middle of the 1800s, the 19th century, up through the 1930s or 40s, almost all occult literature was Christianized in form. Christianized Vedic lore, Christianized Buddhist lore, Christianized pagan lore, taking elements of these things, switching them around a little bit, ultimately invariably arguing for the infallibility of the Christian or Jewish God, and that's what you get. This work doesn't lambaste sort of the pagan element quite as much as many other works. It applauds it a little bit more. But the general conclusion is that the only time that incantations work, strictly speaking, is in the biblical sense. For instance, the Christian God has told somebody to use an incantation, a spell of some kind, and the God itself, the deity itself, is the one causing the ritualism to work. It's not any internal power. It's not some pagan natural force. It's actually the power of the Christian deity. But that's the ultimate conclusion. It speaks a little bit about like abracadabra and some of the funny parlor magic sort of stuff from the era as well. And it has a good chuckle in a satirical way about some of these tales that are actually given. That's another reason that this work is perhaps interesting. It's a little bit of a jab at some of the mesmerist and seance-based occultism, really, of the era. So it's an interesting work. Goldsmid's a competent editor. That being said, of course, as always, link in the description to my edition of this work on Amazon, second link to my books blog for if you wish to search for more information, demonology, grimoires, alchemy, it's all there. That's about all. Peace out.